Well, welcome to another Eagle Auto Repair YouTube video. Thanks for joining us today. I want you to stay with us because we're going to be installing a Kurt style trailer hitch on this 2014 Subaru. This is a customer's car. They have somebody that's going out of town and they wanted to be able to pull a trailer. I'm not a big advocate of the small cars pulling trailers, but as long as you keep it within reason, should work out okay. This part was ordered on Amazon. I'll put a link below the video to the Kurt manufacturer, so you could investigate these. I usually use e-trailer myself. Again, I'm not getting anything from the company, or this is just a customer vehicle. They expressed an interest in having a trailer hitch installed, and so we're going to take you through the process. These are pretty simple. Like I said, normally I use e-trailer. Amazon sells them. There's a lot of different companies out there. But the whole kit comes in a box that looks like this. I've already got it unboxed. We're going to get you over on the bench and show you what it looks like all laid out. And then we're going to get you in the car. I've got Vernell with me today, and we'll go through the process of installing the hitch and how that works. And again, I'd like to thank you for joining me here at Eagle Auto Repair. As always, feel free to comment below. And if you could, cut. As always, we want to hear from you, so comment below, smash the like button, and consider subscribing. We love to bring good content, and if you have any ideas that you'd like to share with us, we'd like to get that. Alright, so here's the kit once we get it out, laid out on the bench. Comes with this instruction pack. You can see the wiring here. This is the wiring harness. It's basically a plug and play. We're going to jump into the existing connector that's already there, and this is our ground wire. They want you to use this small bolt like this. I don't really care for drilling holes in the car, so we'll try to find an alternate area to put the ground. But you've got these plates right here, and the bolts, and then these fish wires, and the extra bolts, so it's 4 bolts. And these are the instructions. You can see basically what you're going to do is we're going to locate those holes. We're going to fish the bolts in and the spacers through, put the hitch up, and that is pretty much the installation. I do see the muffler. They show a picture of the muffler. The muffler is in the way. We're going to have to take that down, and we'll see what that looks like. In our case, you can see in this picture, and we'll take it to the back of the car, it's a mounting spot for the bumper, and we probably have to trim that out. But here's the car on the hoist. I'll walk you around here, back where Vernell's already got it started and working on it. And here we are in the trunk space, and he's already trying to open up the area. You can see on the bottom there, that's where that hole is. I believe that hitch will fit right through that, but we probably are going to have to trim that area out. See if I can get you down in here a little bit. We probably are going to have to trim that out a little bit. But here we are inside the trunk space, so what we need to do is we're going to remove this panel right here. And that harness actually hides over here. We were originally looking for it up in this area, but it's not. It's actually back here. So I'll have Vernell go ahead and he'll open that up, and we'll be able to expose that for us. So go ahead and pull that panel off there, Vernell. Let's show them what that looks like. All right, so that panel comes off, and then as we get down in here, it's this area here. We got that harness. Have you already cut that? Can you open that up and show them how it's going to connect in there? So it's behind this quarter trim, and here's the jumper. So you saw the bench connector. So we're just going to plug into this right here, and then we're going to try to locate a ground without having to drill a hole if we can, because it's always I just don't feel comfortable. Now inside, it's not so bad on the interior drilling a hole. If we did have to, as long as we clean the metal up, we'll have a good ground. If it's anything on the outside, you want to use some spray-on undercoat, and that will help prevent any kind of rust. So we're going to go ahead and close this area up, do the harness after, but we're going to get it up in the air and start working on the hitch itself. Here's the hitch on the floor. It comes packaged pretty nice. Like I said, that big box, they just, it's got handles on it. You can move it around pretty easy. But all right, we're going to get the car up in the air and start putting this hitch in. So one thing I don't like about this setup is, as you can see, we had to take the exhaust out. because that muffler comes right back and it sits right here. It's right in our way, and so these holes right here are where we're headed. We got to open that hole up a little bit because this square plug has to go in that hole. And so Brunel has the die grinder all set up. To get those exhaust hangers off, these rubber ones right here, what I like to use is this stuff right here, this liquid red silicone spray. You spray a little bit of silicone on there. It'll really help you slide them on and off. But he's all set up with the die grinder. I'm going to move out of his way and let him get in there. And he's going to open that hole up just a little bit. I'll try to get you in here so you can see what he's doing. And now he's going to check the fit. We want it just enough so we can slide it up, maybe a little bit more. We got a fluted cutter on there, so that's what he's working with. Open it up. See if we get how close there. Okay, so I'd say maybe just a little bit more so we can get the angle right, because you're going to have to tilt it, that square tube. That one's a little long. The front ones are shorter. Now we're going to need to do the other side now. We're going to flip over to the other side here. Alright, we're going to check it for fit. A little bit more. Alright, so it should be close now. Yep, he's got it sliding right up in there. So that's how you do that. All right, so we fished up the first bolt and bracket right here. I'm gonna watch Brunel do the next one. And this process is just a matter of getting that wire in the right spot. And you're gonna slide the bracket up. So he's got to fish it through the hole first. He's in the second hole there, but he's got to go to that third hole with it. And it's a matter of manipulating that wire until you get it in the right spot. And you can usually poke it right through like that. And then he's going to fish first the bracket through the hole. And then he's going to take and pull the bolt through the bracket and pull it on around and drop it down through just like that. And then he's going to unscrew his fish wire, which is supposed to happen real easy. Sometimes it doesn't want to comply. And there you go. Now the bolt's through. So the bolts are through. When we get ready to set this up, we'll already have this one in back here. And then once we do that, we get the one back here. We're going to put the hitch on a jack stand and raise it up so that we've got it up there. And then it'll be a matter of just bolting it on and setting our torque settings. All right. All right, so now we're getting ready to do that. The other one, I'm gonna come around here for this angle to show you. This one's a little bit easier because we've got this one in, and what Brunel is going to do is he's going to go into the hole from this side. So we put the bolt in first, and he's going to fish the bracket up through the hole and then bring the wire back, and there you have it. So now all 4 are in. We're going to put those plugs back in this hole right here that we didn't use, just in case we needed to have that open, and we're ready to set our hitch up there. Alright, so I want to show you the setup for putting one of these up here. You could actually do this by yourself if you have these jack stands. I've done them on the ground on my back, but we obviously in the shop have a little bit nicer situation. So we've got the big jack stand set up, we've got the hoist, and you can see Verdell is putting these bolts and washers on. We just want to get them started. Perfect, got them going. And what we're going to do then is we're going to come back here in the back and make sure that this is centered correctly. We want it to be centered perfect, and then we can go ahead and tighten them down and torque them to specifications. Alright, so we're just going to snug those down with the 3/8 drive, and then we're going to get the torque wrench out. That's probably good right there. Get the torque wrench out, and the front specifications are 70 foot-pounds. The ones in the back, we want to get them to 110 foot-pounds. All right. So we all snugged up on all 4? Gotta get the front?
Yeah.
All right. That one good. Come back here, let you see what it looks like. You can see once that square bracket gets caught in the right spot, it's just gonna let you tighten it down a little bit. All right. Now we're going to go in for the 1/2-inch drive torque wrench. We got the front set up already to 70 pounds, 70 foot-pounds. Just going to go in after those front ones first. I'm going to move these jack stands out of your way so they're not in your way at all. All right. Can you reach it with that setup or not so much?
I can reach it.
Okay, and just be careful you don't break your knuckles if you slip off.
Yeah.
We're going to looking for the click. We want to hear 3 clicks.
Tight.
Getting close. Should be there.
Yep.
All right. All right, so a good lesson there. We had to switch to the short socket because you kind of lose the feel with that deep socket, being as how it was up in that bracket. I thought I heard it.
Not yet.
Not yet? Should be close. All right, so here it is all together. We've put all the trim pieces back in. You know, Subaru's got these nice WeatherTech mats. The spares underneath this part, everything's stowed away down in there. We have the quarter trim all back on. And not the biggest fan of how this works because it's just kind of hanging out here. And we're gonna just throw our 4-pin up in a trunk like that. That's a little bit sloppy for me. I'd rather have it coming through the trunk and down here. But again, they didn't design it like that. You could probably do that, but it would require getting a hole for that to go out and then making sure you seal it so you don't get any water up in your spare compartment area. So, but that's it. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I'd like to say thanks, Vernell, for helping us out here and getting this thing knocked out. Always a pleasure to work with you.
No problem.
And we will be seeing you in the next YouTube video.